Well, finally the time has come and we have found a buyer for the Nismo. Thank you. I really didn't want to break this for parts. So yeah, me and the new buyer have worked out a little deal for a part exchange and he gets to take away my first ever Nismo. So welcome back guys, and it's a good video for me. The Nismo has found a buyer. I'd like to thank everybody that gave us some nice comments, support for the car, and even ones who are there ready to buy parts should the car be broken down. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. The new buyer, we've worked out a part exchange, so I'm getting a little car from him. He's taking this, I'm getting some cash my way, and everybody's happy. So me and this car have a little history. I actually wrote some stuff down on my phone because there's some dates and stuff involved, so apologies that I'm kind of reading from my phone. Right, so where are we? So yeah, I've owned this car for 5 years. It was my very first chance of owning a factory Nismo car. It was imported into the UK in 2008, making it the first V3 Nismo in the country, and it held the crown until about 2016 when my friend Gary imported the very first 380 RS. So those two kind of stayed the only two Nismos in the UK until around 2022 when I got a chance to import my own 380 RS. And since then there's been a couple more imported, a couple more version Nismos and a couple more 380 RSs. So from what we can find out, there's probably about 4 version Nismos just now. There's 2 blacks, a white and a silver, which is this one. And there's also 6 380 RSs been imported, 3 white, 2 black and a silver. So that's kind of people who've shown up with them. There may be a few more hidden away in sheds and stuff that we've never seen. So yeah, this car changed owners a few times over the years, and subsequently there was a few alterations carried out to the car. When I first got it, I'll put some pictures up on the screen. When I first got it, there was the genuine Nismo wheels had been sold and some 20-inch wheels had been fitted. The roof had been painted grey, as well as the rear wing and the mirrors. All looked pretty nice. It did look okay. The 20-inch wheels weren't to my taste, but the bit that kind of pushed me over the edge is it had some manga graphics down the side of it. So when I got the car, those were the first things to go. So when I bought the car, I knew about it. The rear bumper had been swapped out for a fiberglass version because at a punch-ups in our car where it had been hitting the back at a roundabout. So the rear bumper was fiberglass and the rear lights had been kind of cracked the bottom corners where the bumper had been pushed, cracked the bottom corners of the lights. So when I got that, I knew the car, I got it for a good price. So when I got it back up the road, I decided everything that I wanted to do to it, which was obviously replace the back bumper with a genuine one, replace the rear lights, and I wanted to paint the roof and everything back to silver. So I got my hands on a rear bumper from Austria. It cost me 1,500 quid, it was quite a lot of money, and I got the Nismo wheels shipped over from America, which again were about 1,500, 2,000 time I paid for shipping, so it was quite a lot of money to get the car back to OEM spec. And at that point I got good friend Simon, who's always done all my resprays. He took the car in and he fully resprayed the car because we're going to do the roof anyway, the spoiler, the mirrors, the back bumper, the front end, the stone chips and stuff, because it's been in the UK for, at this point, what, 12, 15 years, whatever it was. So I just thought, let's do the whole car, and it did an amazing job, and it's factory perfect. I think it did a really great job of it. Then I decided to take the car to local tuner, Chris at Dynatune in East Kilbride up here in Scotland. And when I arrived, he wasn't there yet, so I thought I'll take the car down to get some fuel. Filled up fuel at a local petrol station, and when I jumped back in it, I noticed that the oil pressure was pretty low, and we all know what that means. It means that the galley gaskets are dead. So I drove the car back up to him. I had a little chat with him, and he was basically like, go home, we can't do anything, any tuning with the car. So after that I needed to get it up on the ramp and decided to tackle the galley gaskets myself. Now, I'm no mechanic, I'm a joiner to trade. This is purely hobby for me. So with the help of YouTube, I took on the job and I removed the full front end of the car and got stuck in, and thankfully everything went really well. The job is pretty straightforward when you watch enough YouTube videos, and got it done, got the car put back together and taken back to Chris at Dyno, and we got it on the dyno, got the power up to, I think it was about 320 brake, something like that, with the sports cats that were on it, and the car was running great and sounded great on the dyno as well. So after that, a few years later, the car was just basically like a weekend toy, but a few years later I managed to find myself in a position, luckily, that I could import my own 380 RS. And if some of you have watched the videos in the past of the car, again, that's my pride and joy, and over the next few years I was lucky enough again to be able to import a second one. The white car, the white 380 RS, is what I was taking to car shows and stuff, so the silver car kind of got left behind. It just sat there, didn't do much. I put it up for sale a few summers ago and got a little bit of interest, people back and forward, but nothing solid. And when you put it up on Facebook and the forums, you get the usual, oh, it's an auto, we don't like autos, but to be fair, everybody that actually has the auto is pretty happy with it, and with the add-on of the carbon fibre paddles on this car, I think it's great to drive, I do. But yeah, the people in the comments that are auto haters drown out the people who actually have the autos and enjoy them, so that's just the kind of stigma that comes with the automatic cars. But yeah, over the years, put it up for sale a few times, and this was going to be the final time because I was bringing another car in that needed the space in the garage, so this needed to go one way or the other. And I'd done my sums, and if I broke it for parts, then I'd make a good bit more money on it than what I did just to sell it. But I would much rather see the car going complete to somebody who enjoys it, and luckily that's what happened. Time has come, and I'm going to give the car one last clean before the buyer picks it up later on. The sun is shining, thankfully, because yesterday was Scotland's highest wind record since records began. I think we're over nearly 100-mile-an-hour winds, did some damage round about. But today it's a beautiful sunny day, so I'm going to take the car out, give it a quick wash, ready for the new guy picking it up. Let's go.
All I want is all of you, baby, baby. Nothing less than that will do, baby, baby. You take me higher, higher, higher. You set my soul on fire, fire, baby. You get me like no one before, yeah. You don't need me, but you want me more and more. Something I adore, and I know, I'm sure, I feel with you. So just stay, don't stay, I'm yours, babe. It's true. You take me.
Well, can't end the video there. I've sold one car and, well, need to put another one in its place. So, any guesses what it could be? Any? Let's find out. So I sold the silver auto Nismo and now have a silver manual Nismo. So to be fair, this car shouldn't even be here. And we will tell you the full story about that in the next video. Thanks guys, see you later.